For 9 years, I was a cable technician in the city of Los Angeles. And every New Year's Eve, I would celebrate the incoming year. But on December 31st, 1997, there was another event scheduled for me. It was my appointment to become Muslim. I would normally get this day off and celebrate the whole day, but no matter what supervisor, what manager, or VP I spoke with, they all denied my request. So that morning they told us, grab your route, complete it, and you're finished for the day. I was like, cool, I'm out. So, I'm the first one out the yard, driving to my first call between 8 and 10 to Western and 51st Street for a no-picture trouble call for a customer by the name of Rebecca Smith. I arrived on time in full gear. I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, Rebecca Smith answered the door in a full hijab, covered. She said sharply, "Brother, you got to remove those boots before you come into my home." Now, we are instructed not to remove our boots for safety precautions. So, from the door, I previewed her mint and green living room decor. So out of respect, I removed my boots. I fixed the problem. Of course, I had those type of troubleshooting skills. I put the TV on 3. You know what I'm saying? So then I kneeled down with my famous clipboard to write out the report, and that's when I noticed it. Looking up, hanging high, was a framed picture of the prophetic family, starting with Adam, Idris, Enoch, Noah, and Abraham. May God be pleased with all of them. Immediately, the hip-hop track by KRS-One, "You Must Learn," started streaming in my head. And to see all these biblical names and ones I had no knowledge of all on one tree was an amazing wow. I now have questions. I was raised in the Episcopal Church as an alkalite and altar boy who listened to hip-hop. But now, this portrait with no music and no lyrics triggered me to have some fundamental questions. I asked the sister to explain the picture to me. She said, "We are all family under one God." I was like, Consequently, at the time, I was struggling being a new father. I had some bad habits. So then I asked her, what book can I read for discipline? She looked at me, went into the back room, returning to say, "Bismillahirrahmanirrahim." In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, she handed me the Holy Book of Islam, my first Quran. I accepted the gift and said thank you. Over the next several months, I read Allah's speech, Allah being the proper Arabic word for God. I read Allah's speech, confirming his mercy on those who choose to believe in his oneness. And it was the first book that I've read since the 6th grade. Not that I couldn't read, but this kept my attention. So, I would stop by frequently to visit Sister Rebecca for a Q&A session and her wisdom. After 6 months of reading the whole book, she then said, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Ready for what?" She said, "Take your shahada." Shahu? She said, "To publicly become Muslim." I said, "Okay, but I got to get a few things out of my system before I take this leap. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't that. So I gathered my then family, which was my oldest son and my mom, and I told them I'm going to embrace Islam. But the thing I had to get out my system was a pepperoni and sausage pizza, which we had for dinner. Because, you know, it's been no pork since then. So on July 3rd, 1998, I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. I bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. So I began experiencing a whole new urban culture, meeting new people, and seeking wisdom from those I drove by as the cable guy. In 4 years of becoming Muslim, I resigned from the cable company to start my own business. I enrolled at school to get my business management degree. I joined the foundation, Intellect, Love, and Mercy, as a volunteer, and today I'm its director. I went on to join leadership networks for development and training like American Muslim Civic Leadership Institute under the tutoring of Bree Lascota, Samaya Abubakar, and Nadia Rahmani. I then joined NewGround with Aziza and Malka. Each cohort, I learned about my skills. So I created a vision for myself, and I went on to complete a master's of ethical leadership at Claremont Lincoln University. I was raised in the city of Compton by my Guyanese mother. She's right there. And she came to this country so she could become a U.S. citizen and provide for her family. So she later retired a nurse manager from the County of Los Angeles. And in my city, I learned transferable skills on the block. And these are skills that I apply to my leadership development, and I use it to facilitate my work at the foundation. By becoming Muslim, I live by a Quranic verse. Establish weight with justice and fall not short in the balance. Establish weight with justice and fall not short in the balance. As a director for the Intellect and Love and Mercy Foundation, our formula is to convert charity into advocacy for the homeless, for youth mentoring, and building social skills in all areas. I'm looking for a social impact, one that would take me into a comfortable space for that next appointment. Thank you.